I really like what I do. I've been doing it for over 20 years now. I even enjoy tax season. The hours are long, but I love the opportunity to serve, the opportunity for personal growth, and also the challenge it brings each year. One of the biggest keys is defining the engagement. Typically, the biggest issues come up when it is unclear on either side what the expectations are. The first step is defining what we are doing. What is this engagement for? The next step is defining the dates. When are we doing it? What is expected of us to schedule it, and when is the expected completion date? What is expected of us overall? This gets into the details of each engagement. What is expected of you? Every good engagement requires both sides to be actively participating. What is the fee for this service? We always try to estimate this fee before we start, but sometimes that may increase or decrease depending on the amount of work required. What is not included is an important part of it as well. It is often common for engagements to increase in the scope as they move along. I'm going to focus on tax preparation in this video, though the principles apply to any engagement. So for tax preparation engagements, what are we doing? Our engagement is typically to prepare a federal and state tax return. When will we do this? It will either be based on an appointment or an order that is provided when the engagement is set up. What can you expect from us? First, we will gather the data from you. Second, we will apply the tax code and rules as we review that data. Third, when that is complete, we will finish the returns for you, both the federal and the state returns. The fourth step is providing copies of those returns so that you can review those items before they are submitted. The fifth item is acquiring signatures so we can submit those returns electronically in most cases. And last, we will provide copies of those returns to you. Where we go beyond the typical engagement is in providing additional insight and helpful hints to reduce your overall tax. We also provide the helpful tax summaries through the Google Sheet for you. What is expected of you? We expect you to provide complete and accurate data. We also hope that as we have questions or suggestions, we have timely responses to those. The fees for our engagement should always be paid in advance. Because what we are selling is based on our time, once we have expended that time, there is no way to recover it. By prepaying those engagement fees, neither of us are ever locked into a certain tax interpretation or other position that we might take on a return. Our initial fees are always estimates as well. If it is warranted, we may take additional time on your return, but we typically only do this if it is to your benefit. It is also important to define what is not included. IRS letters or other correspondence are not included as part of the typical tax preparation engagement. If you are audited, that is not included. While we might provide tips during the preparation, financial planning is not included as part of that service. We are really good at payroll and accounting services, but that is not part of the tax preparation service. Tax projections can also be very helpful, but they are also not part of the standard tax preparation engagement. Now that we've gone through that, how do you engage us to provide our services for you and your family? It is always best to do that by phone or in person. Kim is typically the person that would take that phone call or meet with you when you come in. When you meet or talk with Kim, express what you would like us to do, and then she will work out the terms of that engagement with you. Email is not the preferred way to engage us. Sometimes this will work, but a phone call or in person is always better. An email can be used to supplement the information and provide data that will help us in initiating the engagement. When you contact us for the engagement, you will receive an engagement letter. Included with this is the estimate of our fees for the services. You will also receive a number this year, and that will give you the specific order that your return will be done in. If it is needed, an appointment can also be scheduled at that time. Be sure to review and sign your engagement letter and pay the estimated fees. At that point, we are legally obligated to provide these services for you. Please help us keep each other accountable by doing this. This allows us to provide our services for you and hopefully always exceed your expectations. Thank you.